Okay, fam, welcome back. So today we're going to be going over the max profit targets for the Grayscale trusts. So with that being said, let's get it. Okay, so we're going to do the trusts, and then we're going to go over some examples of um, particular assets that have already done these kinds of returns after we get done with the trust, just to show you guys this is actually possible and it can literally happen anywhere. Okay. All right, so we'll start with LTCN here. Again, you guys know how we do the bull version, the just so you guys know, and I'll show you this. And if you guys are curious about how the Fibonacci's work, for if you're doing a bullish Fibonacci retracement, you want to retrace from the swing high to the swing low, depending on what level you're looking at. This is a micro level in this case. And if you guys want to do a bearish Fibonacci retracement, you would basically measure it from the most recent swing low to the swing high, and then you would kind of get your levels for potentially like a bounce here or something like that. So it depends on what you're looking for. You know, if you're looking for a dip buy, you're looking for a profit target, shorting area. It really depends on what it is you're intending to use this tool for. So I just wanted to throw that out there for you guys that are curious about how some of this TA works. Okay, so let's start with the micro on LTCN. So you got prices ranging anywhere from $83 to $200. That's pretty good. I mean, $200, that's more than a 10x. I'd say that's very, very realistic in crypto. That might even be undershooting it, truthfully. Once Trump gets in office and he puts his SEC chair in and Gensler's gone, I'm assuming that probably that by itself will be enough to start pumping a lot of these cryptocurrencies to the moon. That's just pure speculation, but we'll have to see how this plays out. Okay, so 850 to 20, we'll just say 2180 on this. So, I mean, God, I don't even know what that is. That's like crazy, crazy returns. So we'll do 2170 divided by 15. Yeah, I mean, it's possible. 145x. I mean, I'm not going to lie. It's possible if this thing went from, if you were holding down here at the bear market lows, I just want to show you what could have actually happened already realistically. If you had bought down here, if you somehow were a magician and you just magically knew the exact perfect timing to buy exactly at the bottom of the dip in the bear market on LTCN, you would have bought at $2. Again, it's nearly impossible for anyone to do that. And you had sold at the exact top, you would have made already a 27x on your money. So I do just want to throw out there that a 150x on any of these cryptos, absolutely possible. Okay. Especially if the market cap is extremely small, it becomes even more possible for some crazy returns like that. All right, so next one here, BCHG. Again, these are bullish retracements. So basically, we're pretty much expecting the price to go up from this point. So targets anywhere from $38 to about $90. $90, you're looking at about 15x on this one. I'd say that's definitely possible. I mean, the last time, and I'll go look at this in a minute, but I believe the last time that Bitcoin Cash actually did go like stupid in terms of parabolic was during Trump's last administration. So yeah, I think that's when Bitcoin Cash went to like, what was it, like 1,500 or 4,000 or something like that. So we may see something like that again. So you got on the macro here 100 to 250. 250, I mean, nice, easy 40x. I'd say that's definitely a possibility. HSEN, so we're going to do the highest swing high here and then the lowest swing low. That's how this works. So you got about 16 to 38-ish on this one. So nice, easy 7, 8x. It's not too bad, right? Again, this one came out kind of towards the end of the previous bull run, so we don't actually really know what the true swing or the true all-time high for this would have been. I highly doubt it's only going to be 30. But again, it came out a month before the top, so just kind of got to work with the data we got here. Okay, so 49 to 126 on this one, 126. That would be, I think, a 25x. I'd say that's definitely possible. All right, next one here, ETCG. I'm actually just going to measure this from the swing high to the swing low here because, again, I think Ethereum is I mean, you guys got to remember there's a whole slew of things that are going on here. Okay, so you got the big institutions, the mega whales like BlackRock and Fidelity with their spot Bitcoin ETFs buying Bitcoin and ETH with their spot ETH ETFs, and God knows how many other ETFs we're gonna get. You have a bullish pro crypto SEC chair coming in. You have a pro crypto president. You have a pro crypto vice president. You have potential deregulation for small businesses coming, which means that we're probably going to get the money printer again, okay? Because the companies that most benefit from, money printer go burr, meaning that the Federal Reserve is doing QE, is actually small businesses or things that essentially don't make money. Because when they can borrow money at the cheapest possible rate, it makes it easier for them to make money, right? So yeah, I think a lot of the catalysts that we're going to see could potentially push Ethereum and a lot of these. And again, I know a lot of these seem like impossible targets, but I'm telling you guys, we're getting like the most bullish thing, the most bullish setup that you can possibly imagine that we have not had for the last 4 years. Just going to be real with y'all. So 150 to 400 here on ETCG, nice 35, 40x somewhere in there. I mean, look, markets usually do the best, truthfully, when the Democrats are in office. I think the historical data says that when you have a Democratic president and a mixed Congress, that is when the markets tend to do the best overall. But, I mean, truth be told, with the administration that we've just had, I mean, it's been a struggle to make money. I mean, there's money that could have been made, sure, but I mean, you got all these kinds of regulations, and you got to do this with your crypto taxes, and you got to report this, and you got to report that, and then you can't do this, you can't do that, and then all of a sudden they delist tokens, and the tokens that you bought on an exchange, now you can't sell them, or you got to take them overseas to sell them on an offshore exchange, and then because you sold for too much money, like 10,000 or more in an aggregate year, and all of a sudden you got to deal with FinCEN, and it's just a hassle. Nobody wants to put up with that crap. You know what I mean? I mean, we're all here to make money. We want life to be easy, not complicated. Seems like they make the system so complicated that most people can't understand it, and then that's probably why most people are broke, because it's complicated to figure this stuff out. It's not easy, and again, I'm pretty sure that's done by design. It's not an accident. So anyways, 50 to $100 here on ETHE. So about a 3x. I mean, yeah, that's definitely possible. I don't see any reason that couldn't happen, even with Ethereum already being about 3.5x the bear market lows. So we got 110 to 280 here. Let's see, 280, you'd be looking at roughly about a 9x on this. Yeah, that could happen. All right, so next one here, GBAT. And again, this is it's gonna be a little janky, but we got 20 to about 40 here. I'd say that's definitely possible. 6x. I mean, again, these altcoins are gonna outperform Bitcoin most likely. That's usually how it goes every single cycle. So 50 to 125 here for the macro. So, I mean, what is that? I think that's like maybe a 15x return. There was a time when Bitcoin back in the day when Bitcoin would have outperformed at the same level as these altcoins. But again, it goes back to the size of the market cap. Okay, it's much harder to push a market cap of a $2 trillion asset or a trillion like Bitcoin up 100x than it is something like one of these meme coins or baby altcoins that have like a 5 million, 10 million, $50 million market cap, right? It all comes back down to the size of the market cap. Okay, so 625 to 1630 here for FILG. I'm not going to go through all the numbers on these. You guys can figure it out for yourself if you want to. I do still want to have some time to be able to show you guys some live examples of what this would look like. Okay, so 31 to 61 here. Nice 4x. I'd say that's definitely possible. I don't know anything about Live Peer, which I'm assuming is the underlying project here. So 130 to about 300 on this one. Nice 20x. And again, when you guys are, and I can't tell you what to do with your money. Okay, I'll just tell you guys what I do. whenever I look to invest in a crypto project, I always make sure that I understand the tokenomics of the project, who the people are behind the team, whether there's unlocks, what exactly it is it can do, the size of the market cap. I take a look at a bunch of different metrics. Okay, basically, in short, what I'm saying is I always try to do the best I can to understand what I'm investing into instead of just throwing money at the wall and hoping it sticks. You know what I mean? That's just me. Of course, you guys can do what you want. So 210 here to 415 on this for about a 4x return. Considering how much Chainlink has already gone up, I'd say a 4x is definitely possible. 20, 30x, I'm not so sure about that. Okay, so 340 to 850 here for a nice clean 8x. GSOL, I'll tell you all right now, if we get that Solana ETF, I mean, this thing could just go stupid. So let's take a look and see what's possible here. On the macro here, we got, let's see, 180 to about 440 on this one. That seems like roughly about a 16 to an 18x. Yeah, I'd say that's definitely possible. GXLM, we'll do most recent swing high to swing low here. So we got ranges between 100 to 250. That's definitely a possibility, even after the huge run that we've seen on Stellar. I mean, a 5x wouldn't shock me at all, especially if a lot of these cryptocurrencies are tied to the banking sector going forward in time. You already know that they're probably going to do pretty well. Because the banks, they can create essentially infinite money, which means that the monetary supply for these tokens could be expanding throughout time. Okay, so 160 to 400 here. Nice clean 8x, definitely possible, I would say. We'll take a look strictly just at the macro for Mana here. Since it already hit all-time highs this cycle, it could do it again. I mean, don't misunderstand me. A lot of these tokens will do multiple all-time highs during a bull cycle. So 115 to 280 on this one. It's about a 20x. I would definitely say that could happen. Okay, so Zcash, last one here. I'm just going to do the macro on this. All right, so we got 65 to roughly about 165 on this one. I mean, you could pick your target anywhere in there. 65 is still pretty good. That's a 10x. 165 would be like a 25x. That could definitely happen, especially with deregulation. If you have pro-crypto regulation on one side, meaning that they're favoring crypto, and then you have deregulation on the other side, meaning that it makes it easier for small businesses to do business. It's not such a hassle to report with the state and all this other kind of garbage they would have people do. Then yeah, it could definitely happen. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys some real examples of what could actually happen with these trusts. Okay, do keep this in mind that this is these are coming off of some of the bear market lows, but you can see AIOZ down here went from a penny to the most recent high, $1.32. That is a 132x. Keep in mind this is a smaller cap AI token, but it was much smaller at a penny than it was at $1.32. I mean, nobody ever believes that these moves are going to happen until they actually happen. Okay. That's just kind of the way that it goes with retail. Unfortunately, a lot of these retail traders and investors, they kind of just think everything is garbage when it's going nowhere, and then all of a sudden it pops off to the moon, and then they're interested. They're like, oh, well, it's kind of expensive now, but I think I want to buy, as this thing's about ready to potentially maybe do another 100x, when in reality, most of the people that are getting the 100x are probably getting ready to unload their bags, and maybe you might get another 2x, 50%, 3x, something like that before it dumps, if you're lucky. You guys, you got to understand how the game is played to really take advantage of this. Okay. All right. So Dogecoin went from a tenth of a penny to 75 cents. I mean, it's a 750x. That was during the previous bull cycle. I was in that cycle. Let's take a look at another coin that I'm sure everybody's familiar with at this point. ETH Classic, $3, all the way up to $177. That is a stupid return. That's nearly a 30x. Let's take a look at another one. Maybe we can take a look at some that were recent. Let's see here. I got it somewhere on the watch list here. Where is it? Maybe not. Okay. Well, whatever the case, let's go ahead and show you guys some examples of these that have already popped off. And okay, I don't know why this is taking so long to load. Okay, well, it just doesn't want to load. All right, whatever. So, anyways, if you guys have TradingView, you can go look this up. So, XLM and XRP, just do your research on that. You will see exactly what happened. All right, so next one here is SoundHound, and this is a stock, not a cryptocurrency, but it just kind of illustrates the point, right? So, SoundHound at the bottom down here was roughly about $1 something per share, went up to $25. I mean, you're talking like a 20x on a stock. Okay, this is an AI stock. Here's another example. Serve. If you had bought down here at $2, well, guess what? You had sold at the top, you would have made a 12x. Let's take a look at some of these quantum stocks. And these things, I mean, these things were just, I couldn't even believe my eyes when I saw this. Okay, so 50 cents going all the way up to $27. You're talking a 54x on a stock. Again, the smaller the market cap, the bigger the move. I say this for a reason, okay? Another quantum stock, 71 cents all the way up to $11. That's like a 15x. I mean, I don't think anybody's going to be upset about turning $1,000 into $15,000 or $100 into $1,500. I could even take a look at some of these Bitcoin miners. Okay. If you had bought down here at $2, again, obviously we didn't do this, but if we had bought down to $2, sold at 25, would have made roughly about a 12.5x. Riot, for example, is another example. $3.47, sold at $20 for potentially like a 6x. Mara, lows $3, highs $34, 10x. I mean, guys, I literally can't even make this stuff up. Okay, let's even do the meme stocks. I mean, I'm pretty sure this is going to happen again too. Okay, I would not be surprised to see the meme stocks do this again. $12 on AMC to $400. That's like a 35x on a meme stock that people are not taking seriously. It's like a meme coin. It's like Dogecoin. They just do it for fun, right? Because it's cool and everybody loves memes and all that kind of stuff. But it has no real value. AMC obviously is a real company. It has value, but I'm just saying, people see it as a meme stock. They don't see it like as an actual company. So GME, 58 cents all the way up to $120. I mean, you're talking over 100x on a stock. Guys, I literally can't make this stuff up, okay? Whether you choose to be the guy that FOMOs in at the top or as it starts to rip, or the guy that buys in accumulation, that's something you got to decide for yourself, okay? Smart money versus retail money. That's all this really comes down to. So anyways, hope you all enjoyed this content. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see y'all later. Peace.